Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Joy and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Lagos State. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. So in today's video, it's more like a first time tag. The first time that I got to do different things, and it will as well serve as a second get to know me tag. So if it's something that you like, please don't forget to keep watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below, share with your friends, and subscribe. Click on the red subscribe button and the bell beside it so that you can be the first person to know when I post my next video. So without further ado, let us go straight into the tag for today. I promise you that you're gonna enjoy. So I have a set of questions here, which I'm just going to be reading out and answering them, starting from the first to the last. There are about 25 questions here, 26 questions. I'm going to read them and tell you when the first time was that I performed those activities, whether as a child or as a full-grown adult. So it's going to be so interesting. Just keep watching till the very end. So the first question is the first time in a cinema. This one is a story of its own, but let me just give a little breakdown. This was in 2011, like long before I started university, and that was the first day I saw, all these staircases that go up automatically. That was the first day I saw them. If you see what I was doing that day, because I was thinking that you climb on it and you just keep climbing up the stairs. I didn't know it could go up automatically. That is how I climbed on it. And then I started shouting. Yeah, that is just aside. Now that day we were supposed to watch a movie, and we did not eventually watch the movie because we needed to go home early, and it's better we arrive at the movie late and leave at the end than for us to come early and then leave in between. The movie wasn't going to be sweet, so we didn't eventually watch the movie. But that was basically my first time at a mall where they watch movies, and I found myself screaming unnecessarily because of automatic staircase. Now the second one is the first time I was a bridesmaid. Okay, bridesmaid, I would say little bride, because whether you like it or not, that is a bridesmaid. I was a little bride as far back as 21 years ago. Yeah, 1999. I was a little bride of my auntie's wedding. Yeah, so that was a whooping 21 years ago. Like, time flies, man. Yeah. So the third one is my first time in a boarding house. Okay, so that was in just 2 first term. I eventually spent only 2 terms, first term and second term. And after that, I became a day student again. And no fish out. But then I went to boarding house again sometime in SS1, and I was able to stay up to SS2. So yeah, that was quite fine. So the next one is my first YouTube video. See, even if you go and check my channel now, the first video you're seeing there is not the original first video that was there. I removed them when I wanted to start my channel, like actually start my channel, because I said them because there were a number of them. There were like 6 before this year, and when I tried to start my channel, I removed all of them, so you're not going to see my actual real video there. If I have a clip of some of the first set of videos I ever did, I'll put them somewhere, maybe here or here, anywhere, or even on the whole screen so you can see it. The very first one was completely deleted, so you don't have access to that one. But if I see the first set of videos I did were a salad video and smoothie video, I have those ones available, so I'll put them somewhere on the screen. You need your mango, watermelon, pawpaw, and pineapple, and then you cut them into little pieces. Drink it immediately you finish, or you put it in. It is to your smoothie.
blended smoothie makes it very, very delicious.
Okay, so this is the vegetable smoothie I've made for you today. I hope you like. For your salad, you need your cucumber, carrot, lettuce, and then you slice your cabbage, slice the lettuce, grate the carrot, and of course dice the cucumber. And this is the end result. And you could also add salad cream to taste. Thank you for watching. But the very first one was an audition for a soap opera. And it was an online audition. Yeah, so that was like my first YouTube video. The online audition that I did. Then I did a smoothie video and many other videos after that. And then this year I decided I want to start YouTube, and I cleared off all these videos. So you ain't gonna see it. And even the very first video they are seeing on this channel is not looking like this. This looks totally different from what you see as the first video on this channel, even though the face is still the same, obviously. The next one is my first time acting. Well, I started acting right from 100 level. I wanted to start in secondary school, but I was too shy to join the drama group. We were to join cultural group, drama group, and literary debating club, like social activities. And we had many to join, but instead of me to join drama group, I now went to join cultural group. Me that I don't have time. Eventually, I got to university and I joined in 100 level. And I won't call it a role, but I would say I acted because, I was part of the extras. But then my first real role was in 300 level second semester. I was a Yoruba chief and a Yalo Day. Yes, so you can be sure it was a village setting, but at least it was quite memorable. I remember that. Then after that, I was a school student, and many others after that, many other roles after that. Basically. So the next one is the first app I check when I wake up. A very normal season, it's either WhatsApp or Instagram. The days just vary. The next one is my first Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram post. My first Twitter post was a very long time ago. I can't even remember what it was. I think that was in 2013 when I was in maybe 200 level. I can't remember. Maybe a picture of me. I cannot remember that one. But for my first Facebook post, one very old picture. A very old picture. A 2009 picture or a 2008 picture. That's what I put there because I opened Facebook in 2009. So it was one of those two. Yeah, that was like my first post. Or maybe it was hi. One of the two, either my picture or hi. And then for Instagram, I didn't start Instagram until I finished university because I was not just that kind of person. I was mostly on Facebook and Twitter. But when I finished university, I was like, let me even see what this Instagram is about. I wasn't even so frequent on it. I just used to go there, post one picture, leave for like 4 months, come back, post another picture, leave for like 1 year. Okay, it didn't used to reach 1 year. But when I finished school completely, I now started posting more often, maybe like every month. Yeah, so every month, every week, sometimes every day, depending on if it's my business page or if it's my personal page. So, but my first post on Instagram was a motivational post, but it had my picture on it. My first makeup item, that must have been a lipstick. First makeup item I used must have been either a lipstick or an eyeshadow. That was so long. So the next one is my first plane ride. So that was when I was going for NYC. I just figured out that the distance was going to be too much. I live in Lagos and they deployed me to Kebbi. That is like another part of Nigeria. In fact, sometimes you wouldn't even know that part of Nigeria exists. Sometimes we used to call it diaspora. We used to say it's outside Nigeria because this place is just so far. It's like 36 took 48 hours via road trip. So I just decided, okay, it will be faster via air, right? So let me just go by air, and that's how I went. And I went alone, basically. So yeah, that's it. First time I traveled alone, that was the first time I took a plane when I was going for my NYC orientation. Yes, when I was going to NYC camp in Kebbi State, I traveled alone, and I also came back alone. It was a very nice journey because adventure. I was very adventurous on that journey. Yeah, and I got to my destination early. Let me not go and sleep on the road. First time I went shopping alone, I think that was just a few years ago when I finished university. Yeah, and then I could actually go to the market by myself, price things myself, negotiate myself, and come back home with something reasonable. Not the one that you've been looking for how to return it later, but something reasonable. But that was like after I finished university. And yeah, I could now go to the market myself. And I started doing all of that myself. I became an adult. My first celebrity crush, it was most likely Genevieve. Then it later became Ramsey Noah, Van Vika, Pete Doce. See, I have many of them. Let's not even go there. I'm still in love with Van Vika. He's still my celebrity crush. My first cooking experience. Maybe we should talk about my first gas lighting experience. He said how to light gas. If you see what I used myself to do that day, my people, you will not believe it. If you see what I was doing that day, they were like, "You see this gas, you're going to light it today. No matter what you do, you'll be lighting this gas today." I'm sure if my sister will see this, she might probably remember that day. Like, they're like, "You must learn how to light this gas. You must learn how to light it." And then I was like, and I tried. So it's a struggle that day. I don't think I was even eventually able to light it because it was matches you were using. And I'm grateful that time it was just a cooker. It was not an electric cooker. So I was able to learn how to light the gas. Yeah, so now they use lighters. Then they used to use matches. Now you can use their matches or lighter. So and I went, that was like in primary 5 when I was learning how to light gas. In just one, I tried like maybe like once or twice. Then in just two, when I went to boarding house and came back, I tried and I noticed, wow, I now know how to light a gas. So but that was not the first cooking experience. First cooking experience was there I cooked Indomie, even before I started learning how to light gas. And guess what? No, just guess what? The Indomie was in shreds. It was not eatable. Because on the nylon and when they're advertising it on TV, they normally say cook for 10 minutes. I mean, I left it. Like, I just left it for 10 minutes. And then I came back and seen at once. Why would you tell me cook for 10 minutes when I'm not cooking for the whole house? I just got to find out that you cook according to your preference, according to the number of people eating. That's what will determine how long you're cooking it. One is my first cell phone. I can't remember. This thing must have been a Nokia phone. Either all these Nokia or Samsung phones, all these small ones that you can just call and receive. I can remember anytime it's now ringing, the screen will now be orange, it's now be showing the dial button. It was so funny. And that time, text message was 15 naira, like 15 naira. So there was a time I had just like 45 naira in my account. So I think I had like 50 naira in my account. And then I called my friend, and later we were now chatting. One text was 15 naira. So I think I could send out only like 2 or 3 text messages. But now with that 15 naira, I can send more than 10 messages to somebody. Can you imagine? Times have really changed. This was like 11 years ago. So yeah, times have really changed. My first crush, maybe somebody from my secondary school. When I was in secondary school, I was crushing on one guy like that. The first YouTuber I subscribed to, see, I really can't remember. But the YouTubers that I really like are Dinah, Yomi Mom Life, Nelo or Daisy, Tolulope Solutions, Sisi Yemi, Torera, George, and so many others. Yeah. So the next question is, what was your first job? So my first job was basically my NYC job, one I did for orientation. I did not do any actual job before then. I did different internships, like my psychological internship. I did clinical psychology internship after my third year. So I have done internships, but for my actual job, NYC was my first actual job. First internet activity. High five. High five to go. My first language, English. Then, of course, I know how to speak my native language, English, and my native language. Then I know a little bit of Chinese, just a little bit of Chinese, and a teeny weeny bit of French, like not so much, and a teeny weeny bit of Hausa too, not anything much. Like, for example, French. Okay, let me greet you people in the languages that I understand. Good morning. Naibia. Ututu ọma. Ekaro. Inakwana. Zhao Shanghao. So I only just know how to say good morning in those languages. That doesn't mean that I understand them fully. But my first language is English, and my main native language, which is Edo, from Edo State. My first time on a train, which was just like about 2 years back. It was not even in Lagos. I went somewhere in Abuja, and yeah, it was a very beautifully constructed train station. It was relatively new. It was even like an airport. You get tickets, and you just sit down and wait for when it's time for departure. And instead of entering a flight and flying up, you just enter the train and you go to where you're going. And it's relatively very fast. We just toured around Abuja with it, and I came back to this train station. It was really lovely. It was like an airport in a way. This one is a train port, but it was really, really nice. It's not like those ones that they would carry overload. And next one is my first toy. That was a doll baby in primary two. Three small doll babies, and I took them to school very happily because I was sad that I didn't have any toys. So yeah, they got me three doll babies, three small doll babies, pink, yellow, blue. I can't remember the exact colors. And I took them to school. First book I remember reading, that must have been Eze Goes to School. Oh no, Macmillan. It must have been something like Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. Yeah, something like that. Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves, and then Macmillan's and all of that. But then my best book is Purple Hibiscus by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. First concert I remember attending, that must have been Daystar Carol. I don't know if I'll consider that as a concert, but Daystar Carol Night in 2012. The first movie I remember ever seeing, I cannot remember their names, but the ones I really liked are The Wedding Party, Avengers, and many others. I cannot remember the first one I saw. It's been so long. The first thing I do every morning, I either check my phone or I go and do house chores. It's usually one of the two. It's either I'm checking my phone or going to do house chores. And in moments when I'm reading, I'm most likely opening my eye to check what was the last thing I read yesterday and all of that. Yeah. Okay, so the next one is the first wedding I ever remember attending, and that is my auntie's wedding, which was over 20 years ago. I was a little bride, very small that time. Like, I'm even missing mini me. Yeah, that's just how. That was just it. Yeah, the first party I ever attended. Birthday party of my neighbors. There was one neighbor that was just a street away from us. There was one of our family friends. So the street away from us. And we just used to go there and play with her and our kids. Like, our kids were of around same age of my siblings and I. So we used to go there and have some fun. And sometimes they come over as well. My first time babysitting. Yeah, I have two nephews. So the first time babysitting was when my sister had her first child. Yeah, and I did some amount of babysitting. And when she had the second child, I did full omungo, like the omungo where you stay in the house, not just to come and go every day. You stay in the house and the whole night. Somebody will rain down, cry on top of your head. Yeah, that full type of home. So, guys, we have come to the end of this video. If you have watched to this point, you are my G. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your efforts to watch my videos every time I post something. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you enjoyed the most about this video, or what you can relate to. And of course, don't forget to share my video with your friends and click on the red subscribe button and turn on the notification bell beside it. And guess what? I shall see you in my very next video. Thank you for all the love you showed to me on my last set of videos. I really appreciate them. And I shall see you where? In my very next video. Bye.